how's it going? We're Conscious Limit. We got Clark over here.
I play the drums.
I'm lead singer of
drum.
this band, and I'm Chris.
I'm Matt. I play keyboards and piano and soon to be percussion. Next section. Extra, I guess.
Nolan, I primarily play the bass.
Jesse, I play guitar.
The nice thing about Conscious Limit is I don't think we're necessarily confined to one genre. Really, our inspirations come from each individual musician within the group, and we all have a different style. I mean, we have Clark, he's got the energy of a punk group. We have Chris, who's got the multi-talented voice, he can do whatever you want. Matt's got a Coldplay style of keys. I have a funk style of bass, and Jesse brings that acoustic Dave Matthews style to the band. So, you know, we kind of provide all that into one song, and it's just a hybrid. And from one song to the next, it can go from funk to like an acoustic love song. So it all depends on how we're writing the music that day.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have any of the same influences, but that makes our genre more widespread that way.
Really, if we really had to take a genre on us, we're alternative rock, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what we go back to, but it's got so many influences in it.
Well, Nolan's probably the most original member.
Yeah, I guess me and Clark were the original guys. We used to play with a guy, his name was Compact was his nickname, and he got us together and we just kind of played. At first it just started out as playing in the basement, in my basement, and then as we went along we picked up Matt and we picked up Chris, and as we went we kind of started to evolve, and then the guy we were playing with guitar with, he graduated and moved off, so over the summer it was us guys, us three right here, we just sat and wrote music in anticipation of Clark coming back and then finding a new guitar player, and went through one other guitar player, didn't work really well, tried a couple other guys, and after a while we finally found Jesse here and fit the band perfect. So.
Usually guitarists are the easiest to find, and we had the most trouble finding one of those, so go figure. Crosse is a pretty decent music scene. I mean, don't know for performing anywhere else, but just going to a lot of live shows for college town. That's a pretty decent music scene. That's some places to play. So.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that the music scene is kind of multi-tailored to a lot of different styles. You have the Warehouse downtown, which is a lot within the punk scene. You have a lot of bands that are on national tours that come through Warehouse. And then you have, you know, places like Nighthawks, which offers blues, and you can go there and do open jams. You have Popcorn, which has live music every single night, and I think that's rare. I think it's a little gem of Crosse, if you ask me, because you go to any other city, and to find live music every single night, no matter what the night is, it's pretty rare. So just the fact that La Crosse is a small city that offers that much, you know, variables in music, it's pretty cool.
I think we feel like we have a lot of opportunity here to go out and do live shows. We were talking about venues, and we keep coming up with more and more. So hopefully we'll get out there and you guys can see us soon.
We used to do a lot of shows in our basement, just like pre-playing for people, and we always had little meetings, I guess would be our tradition, that we sit there, and it's almost like a pre-football game meeting almost, where, guys, here's what we're going to do, any questions, and you know, just kind of pump ourselves up. I guess that's it. So, you know, I think everybody has a, kind of like a team thing. Nobody does an individual thing, it's more about the group, which is really what we see in this, which is hard to find. I think,
it's very hard to find.
I think with bands you have people who have individual egos, and that breaks up a lot of bands. And in this group, I don't think anybody feels like they have to be the star. Anybody has to feel like their stuff is better than anybody else's. And
the ones that have kind of felt that way, it didn't work out in the end. So.
My mom always makes me sing, whether it's holidays or whether it's just in the car or whatever. She always loves to hear me sing, so she's always making me play my instrument and do up.
Yeah, I choose not to play around my parents, around my whole family. So.
My old band played Christmas songs or Christmas concerts. It's pretty they liked it, I guess.
I mean, we could cover.
If I heard it, I'd be like, that's lame.
Jingle Bell Rock.
I really have a family of hobby musicians. I just have never gone out and actually played in a lot of bands. I know my brother's just got a great voice on him. He's never done anything with bands, but like my uncle plays harmonica and he likes to sing. Like all these musicians, and they all get together and at different family get-togethers. We do our singing and our playing, but it's just like it's so funny. It's just I feel like I'm the first generation of like my family to actually go out and play in bands and try to tour and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting for me.
I think it'd have to be Dave Matthews. Yeah, it's him or Tim Reynolds. You can talk about anything. Awesome.
Man, that's so tough because I have so many influences. I guess if I had to pick one right offhand, being a bass player, I'd have to pick Flea, just because he incorporates a lot of my, my influences like Larry Graham and Jacques Cousteau. I saw these old bass players, his influences as well, and he's doing it in modern day music, which I think is awesome. So I'd say Flea for sure.
I go with my obvious answer. Mine would probably be Chris Martin from Coldplay, obviously, because he incorporates my style too. If I had an alternative, just because that's what everybody expected, it would be probably like Tim Rice-Oxley from Keane, who also plays piano and kind of plays the same style that I like to play. So.
One musician, if it was anybody, it would probably be Elton John. I mean, he's awesome, and he has a great voice, and he just multitasks like no other, and I don't know, his songs really mean a lot if you listen to them. So.
Probably Travis Barker from Black Grade too, because he plays exactly what I play, and he'd show me a good time. And if not him, Kelly Clarkson.
That's for different reasons.
Yeah, she's amazing too though.